UVM prepared me as a person, and to be a little wider in my view as a person, and not think about a career specifically, but where can I make the biggest positive impact. The leadership lessons I've kind of learned along the way are, no matter how good you are, smart people surround you all the time. There are constantly good ideas, and I think being in the university, being with people who thought differently than me, made me really appreciate the additive value of other points of view, as opposed to the distractive value of other points of view. And you'll find in business a lot, you'll see that there are some leaders who are very dictatorial. Here's the strategy, and I want you to execute against it. And I think that's a great plan if you never want to change the model. If you're in a more fluid environment, especially Silicon Valley being kind of the epitome of this, what's successful isn't what you do today, but what you'll do tomorrow. And the diversity of thought and diversity of ideas really contribute to that. I wake up much more worried about what I don't understand than confident in what I do understand. And I think the university certainly prepared me for that. And my grandmother used to say, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth, you should use them in that order. There are 3 attributes I look for, and then we'll talk a little bit further about that. But empathy, curiosity, and intellect. Empathy is the ability for someone to understand someone else's point of view. In other words, I need to have people, I want to hire people who have the ability to listen to a myriad of inputs and then create kind of a mosaic out of that. I always tell them, it's not the painting, it's not the paint, it's the painting. In other words, these influences that you get from interacting with a number of different people, it's the empathy of hearing what they're trying to tell you, not just hearing what you want to hear. I think that's really critical. Curiosity is the other component, which is I want people who are constantly looking for a better way to do something, not satisfied with the status quo. It's great to be great at something. It's even better to learn something new. And the third one is intellect. I want people who can translate a lot of data into a meaningful set of instructions. In other words, I don't want to give you the playbook. I want you to take in and be able to ingest a lot of information and give me the playbook. I won't tell you how to do your job, but I will tell you that here's the sources of places you should look for ideas, and then let's come back and determine what success looks like. The most fun I have in the job is watching people be successful. Literally watching someone come in with an idea and take that idea from just a bunch of neurons bouncing around to an actual product that people are benefiting from. The best part of the job is making other people successful. And I think the best part of a leader is making other people successful. Voltaire said, perfect is the enemy of good. And I truly believe that if you expect perfection, you inimitably fail in that mission. You always be willing to push yourself a little bit further, try an idea a little bit differently than you have before, because it's those advances that are the difference between doing a great job at yesterday's project and creating tomorrow's future. I always think about great organizations that have failed to change, right? Because they've taken a great concept and rode it all the way into the ground. And I think and personally you can't do that. And I do think that take assignments, take responsibilities for things that you're not comfortable in. Actors talk about this all the time, like getting out of your comfort zone. I think it's even more important in business than it even is in theater or acting, in that your ideas are extremely valuable, not because you're good at what you do, but it's because you can take other people to a different place in their growth pattern. Yeah. And to me, that's the best part of an organization.